Alrighty. Get my Twitch stuff up and running. There we go. Get all the socials and stuff posted.
Come over here, would you? I would. It's tightly guarded by hard. Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the. Yes, you're. I pray.
Hello, hello. I hope sound is working and everything. Been a hot minute since I streamed. Which is also kind of why I wanted to stream. Let's see, is the range good enough on this? No. What about this? Oh, not quite. Okay, that's cool though. I like that the Messmer Spear is pretty good at handling the burbs. That's pretty satisfying. Alright, let's see. Swap this for... that. And we're just gonna go all in on fire for a little bit. So do we use Flame Sling or do we... Let's do Black Flame. See how that works for a bit. I think after Stormveil Castle, I might zoom up and grab the Flame Scorpion Talisman because I did not do that on my original run. Doesn't do much damage unless you charge it, does it? Guess they're making you pay for the utility. Those do some pretty solid damage when it's charged up, though. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Grab our parrying shields. 'Cause, oh no, we're trapped in the room with a knight who means to do us harm. Whatever will I do? Anyway. God, there's a whole bunch of enemies that I used to find like really intimidating, and I haven't realized how easy they were to parry. Oh, I should have picked up Golden Parry while I was futzing around a new game. That's on me, because if I remember right, Golden Parry is a scarab drop, and it's an annoying one. By the way, if you can hear me, please type something in chat so I know that it's working. Because otherwise, I'm not sure if the sound is working. Morning. It is 2 in the afternoon for me. So not late at all. Oh, god damn it. Ah, good. Is important to be hearable. Audible? Audible. That's the word. Fire Serpent spell has pretty good tracking, and I like that it's relatively fast to cast. Wait, why would you go there? Whatever. Yeah, I got back from doing some immigration stuff at the mall. Didn't get to finish it because the line was super long, but gonna finish that tomorrow. Might as well talk to Rajier. So I figured, why not do a stream? I'm gonna play some Elden Ring anyway.
I'm not hot enough about this place. Not exactly a... I see. You can see it then. I take it. The guidance, well, I'm tarnished, but unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance. Still, I'm privy to it. Would you care to learn? As a fellow tarnished, once guided.
Haha, very funny. I think I grabbed all those last time. Yeah, I didn't go with Audible because Audible sucks. Let's try this spell. It's kind of a fun spell. Messmer's Orb. The Morb. I actually should check and see if there's any penalties to altering the Messmer helmet, because it effectively looks pretty much the same with the hair color I've got on this character. So honestly, I should just, you know, use the unaltered if there is a difference. God damn it. Camera's doing stuff. It's hard to get that parry off. I guess I could just use the weapon art more, or the Ash of War more often. Hi, Nay. Did you change your screen name? Oh, it's cute. Alright, let's test out... Oh. Unless I get hit. Okay. Alright, alright. God, this Ash of War is fun. Not gonna lie, there's a couple like streamers that I follow that talked about that like there's really no purpose to using spells because Ash of Wars are just so much better. And you know, aside from utility spells, right? And it's kind of hard to tell them no because Ash of Wars is just good. Okay, yeah, it's better to just not have the helmet altered, Jesus. I also hate that, like, alterations to equipment changes up the stats. Like, I kind of prefer the Fire Knight chest piece without the cape, but if you remove the cape, it takes off the bonus that it gives to the Messmer incantations. Because in the lore, the cape is what makes the incantations stronger. For whatever reason. And it's like, yeah, alright, sure, that makes sense lore-wise, but it's kinda whatever. Sometimes, you know, you should just do things because they make more sense for the players, not because they make sense in the lore. And that's why I think altering equipment should not change stats. Jesus. I need to get that the Bull Goat Talisman. Get some more poise. Such a satisfying skill. Okay. Actually, you know what? Speaking of the Bull Goat Talisman, let's just go get it. Let's see. I don't have many of the Graces picked. I think Gatefront would get us there fastest. pop over, take the Garank portal, and grab the Volgo talisman, because we can swap out the Smith script 1, because I do some throwing attacks, but it's like, what, 10% more damage on throwing attacks? It's not that impressive. Maybe 15%, but even still. It's not my primary source of damage. And then the Godfrey talisman we will swap out for Flame Scorpion when we get it. But yeah, I've never really done New Game Plus. I don't think I've ever completed a New Game Plus run in Elden Ring. So I figured, why not? Do Lady Messmer, that'll be fun. I renamed this character to Pyrrha after the name that Achilles went by when she was being a woman on the Isle of, what is it, Skyros? It's a Myadine question. I should reread Wrath Goddess Sing at some point. It's a good book. There you go, Nay. If you want something fun to read, you should go read Wrath Goddess Sing. It's a powerful book. Well, some good news there, TC. I am going to be streaming some Final Fantasy X soon, because I did not realize that the remaster edition was on PC. And that is the game that has been one of the primary inspirations for Forged. So I am going to do a stream of that probably starting next month. And that's turn-based. FF10 is such a good game. Let's see, can we get down here without dying? Because, you know, platforming is the best thing in every Souls game. Everybody loves platforming. Yeah, it's a good book. And the audiobook was narrated by the ever wonderful and lovely Katra, who has a beautiful voice, and she's very good at what she does. So you should absolutely check that out. I should take a screenshot. Yeah, it's the remaster of both 10 and 10.2. So I'm going to stream both of them. Also, while I'm here, let's take off the helmet. And I'll have the spear. I'm going to take a screenshot because I want to share that with Myadine and let her know that I am doing a sort of Achilles thing. I apparently hadn't maxed out my flasks. Different Katra with a K. Binary Aegis should be her screen name on Twitter still, I think. Let me double check that. Let me see what she is on Twitter right now. Oh no, she's Katra FIY with a K. I will link her profile in chat. See, now I have FF10 music stuck in my head. Oh, here's a question. Do we just go ahead and kill the gargoyle while we're here? Summon the mimic tier just to make it funny. Also because I hate fighting gargoyles. They have the worst moveset. Like, what is that? What was that moveset? It's kind of a toss-up for what enemy in the base game is the worst. Hey, Sky! Glad to see you here in chat. Let's see. Maybe we sneak up and do Burn O Flame. It's all good. I'm just glad to see you this time. Where the fuck is he going? Yeah, okay, doing the Ash of War with the Mimic tier is really funny. Oh, thank you, Sky. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, my sleep schedule has been all over the place lately with the tooth pain and all that. I would have done my immigration stuff at the mall, but I was running low on phone battery and I forgot to take my pain meds before I left. So, definitely was hurting a bit. Let's see, do we raise our faith? Yeah, let's take our faith up. Maybe that's part of the problem is I'm using the Erdtree seal without maxed faith. I think the Erdtree seal is the one that scales best with faith. Yeah, S rank faith. Take out this dragon. Oh, I thought I was just at the edge of that. Worth it. Okay, that was a little jank. There we go. Not gonna lie, the Messmer Spear is really fun. Just the fact that it's a Smith's Grip Spear as well is kind of huge. Alright. Hop down here and take out the Erdtree avatar. Should be pretty easy because they're weak to fire. Yeah, alright. I don't even know what tiers we get from that. If any. Apparently we already unlocked that one. Okay. Well, you know. Decent amount of runes. Hop down here and grab the Grace. Get a level up. And then we'll pop over to the Bear Cave to get the Bullgoat Talisman. For that extra poise. Because Fire Knight set doesn't actually have a lot of poise, which is kind of weird because the actual Fire Knights themselves have poise for days. They're obnoxious about it. Like, oh, what if I just poise through all of your attacks? It's like, buddies, your entire set has like 44 poise. How are you doing this? See? If I had poise, that wouldn't have been a problem. You're supposed to fight this fucker. Okay, yeah, you can just roar at me. Fine. Just black flame you. Okay. That hitbox is janky sometimes. I know of it. I have never actually read it. Is it good? Well, presumably it is good if it's your favorite. Dumb question. Bullgoat's talisman, there we go. Swap that one out. Wait, I've had that insignia this entire time? Fuck yeah. Pop that on. Where's the Bullgoat talisman at? What category is it under? Am I dumb? Where is it? Oh. No? Ailment talisman. I literally just picked it up. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There we go. That puts us at 56 poise. That should be pretty good. And then, hopefully, the Messmer Ash of War triggers the Rotten Sword Insignia. That'll be a nice chunk of damage. That's a lot of damage. Wait, that just takes us back to the beginning. Wait, we got the talisman. Oh, do we just keep going through here? No, nothing there. Is there no boss for this cave? Or am I just dumb? Back up through here. Down this way? Nothing over here. Yeah, maybe there's nothing else in this cave. Oh, wait. Is there something down this way? Yes, here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing bong, bing bong, boom. Okay, that just takes you back up. Here we go. Down, down, deeper into the cave. Pop a flask. Hell yeah. Breakfast, most important meal of the day. Fuck it. Summoning the only bitch I can count on. Me. Hell yeah. All loading into the new area. Okay, now we can head back to killing Godric. It's funny. Godric is, you know, not that scary at all compared to Soldier of God Rick, the most powerful enemy in Elden Ring. He's so powerful, I rarely ever fight him. Hardest boss. Did I get... Look at my spirit ashes here. I don't think I got either. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't get the Dung Eater or no, what's her name? Nefeli. I guess I just didn't do that questline on this character. There you go. Asher Warrior is just so spammable. Like, oh yeah, no, I could throw a fireball or two, or I could just fucking do that. Feels like somebody on the dev team likes weapons and doesn't like spells. Because otherwise I don't know what reason there could be for the disparity between Ashes of War damage versus, you know, spell damage.
Mistake was your choice of master. Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds. If you intend, I ask you call upon the winds. I'm certain father would...
I just realized I haven't even bothered to check. Let's see, the Fire Knight armor does boost. Okay. So his chest piece doesn't even, like, boost his stuff compared to the Fire Knight set. I feel like Burno Flame kind of just sucks compared to Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try Rain of Fire. I've heard it's a just absolutely shit spell, but let's give it a shot. Do we summon Nefeli? Nah. Oh, it's Godric time.
Mighty dragon, thou art a true born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well.
It's kind of fucked up that Godric does the grafting thing, considering what happened to America's people. Like, I kind of understand now why everybody's so pissed off at Godric. Because if it's common knowledge what happened to the shamans, then him doing what got them jarred in the first place, it's gotta be upsetting. damage on that Rain of Fire. That does nothing. Like, I had me and the Mimic doing it. What is that damage? That's gotta be bugged. Ain't no way in hell that a spell with those kind of requirements is doing that little damage. What the fuck? I love how we just sit here and let him do this.
Truest of dragons, lend me thy strength. Forefathers, one and all, bear witness!
I didn't get stuck on that sword, Jesus. And he's dead. Bonk.
I'm the Lord of all that is golden, and one day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
I kind of feel like the best incantations in the game, damage-wise, are the Ancient Dragon Cults. They just pound for pound just do better. Alright, let's swap that out for a good spell. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear. That one I think isn't as good as Fortis Axe's. Yeah, we'll do Lance Axe's Glaive. Give that a go.
What a pathetic excuse for a lord you were. Craven to the bone. And after all that crafting, where did that get you? Look down on me, would you? Godric, filthy slug. Feel it. Feel it. Feel my bloody wrath.
That guy's having a time. Okay, so... Actually, now that I defeated Godric, I should go activate his Great Rune. Which is the fastest way there. Rampart Tower? Left side chamber, maybe? Actually, is it faster to go? Might be easier to do it this way. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that's a good spell. Unlike fucking Rain of Fire. Just, it has to be bugged. Like, Nobody looked at that damage and was like, you know what, that's a good amount of damage. That's a good amount of damage for a spell that requires, what is it? There's Messmer's Ring of Fire. 52 fucking faith and it does 17 damage a tick? Fuck off. Fuck off. Nope, nobody's taking that. Wait, can I not get over there from here? Oh, whoops. Whatever. Just gonna hot foot it, as Rajier puts it. Do, 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 do. When shit sucks, just hit the bricks. Enemies can't catch you if you're quick. They can do that, however. That part's annoying. But when you have proper amounts of vigor, I guess it's not a big deal. Bada bing, bada boom. Can't stop me, I'm too fast. You know what? I don't think I've ever killed this lion. Summoning the Mimic Tear just to make it easier. Get some sleep, Sky. Thanks for popping in. And thank you again for the sub. I'm always a big fan of all of my subs. Don't worry about it, it was a joke. God, I just realized that the Convergence mod is probably going to be sick once they catch up to the DLC. Because, like, and I've said that before, but, like, I'm now just thinking about, you know, doing a fire run with the Messmer equipment probably being the end game for it. Because before it was, like, the Flame Monk stuff, and I'm not going to lie, I think the Flame Monk stuff looks ugly. But I bet they're going to do some really fun stuff with all the Messmer gear. Convergence is one that kind of like retools the entire game by quite a bit. It changes up how spells work a lot. It's got a lot of custom spells, a lot of custom equipment. It has custom bosses, and kind of does its own thing. It's really neat. It is a very, very cool mod. But, like, the way Convergence works is, like, each of their spell schools is kind of hyper-focused. So you do different run-throughs based on what spell school you pick. It's very spell-heavy. Like, if you want to do non-spells, it's possible, but the allure of the mod is, you know, the outrageous spell casting, right? And there's a lot of, like, they've changed up the map in places. I mean, the mods just turn off the online component or run on their own system. There's ways around it. I mean, one of the most popular mods in the game is the seamless co-op mod that makes it where you can just co-op with your friends throughout the entire game without there being a time limit on summons. Down over to Caelid. Oh, do we be horribly evil to oh god, what is her name? I'm blanking. This girl? Millicent. To get her prosthesis talisman. Do. There's a golem somewhere around here. I always forget how you get down to him. It's not over there, is it? Along this way somewhere? I might pop into the Convergence mods Discord, because I don't know what it is with modding teams, but they all like put everything on Discord these days, and I kind of wish that they would just put things on their goddamn website. But I want to see like what their plans are and where they're at, because I'm sure it's going to take them ages to catch up. Hello, Sprite Dragon. Welcome to the chat. You know, I'm sure it's going to take them ages to catch up to the mod or the DLC and all that, right? But I'm curious, like, if they've talked about their plans at all in that regard. See what they're up to. Oh, there's a death ray bird up down there. I don't know if I've ever beaten that one. Death ray birds are strong, but how strong are they compared to Ancient Dragon's lightning? If I can get down here without dying, Jesus. Can I go down here? Yes. What? What is that? Oh, it's faster than the other ones. This guy's fast as fuck. Can you let me cast, please? Thank you. That did not do the damage I thought it was gonna do. That number. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Alright. Fine. I hate deathrite birds. They're so annoying. Janky hitboxes. Not fun combos. They're just not fun bosses. But they have reminded me. Throw on multi-layered rings of light, because might as well keep a holy spell around. Just for situations like that. I guess I should make it nighttime again, because I want to beat that bird now. Or I can just miss, that's fine too. There you go. It's kind of better to just cast that without the charge up. See, that's a cool ability. Why can't we get that on anything? Okay, you just get caught in a perma stagger with that shit. There we go. Death right bird? More like dead right bird. Eh? Eh? Don't laugh, that wasn't funny. It's a terrible joke. Oh, there's Knights Cavalry over here as well. Wait, did Knights Cavalry take extra from Holy? No, it doesn't seem like it. Takes a bunch for Messmer's assault, does. GG, alright. I guess they're weak to fire, maybe? Is that what was going on there? Because that guy straight up melted. You know, I'm curious. Does Marika see everything that Radagon does and vice versa? Like when the other one is fronting? And if so, I wonder what Marika's like, what thoughts would go through her head if you show up, you know, with Messmer stuff. I wonder how she feels about that. Marika's so wild because she's like such a black box in the sense that like the game is so much about her in the way that she looms over the narrative, but like you don't really ever get to see. Marika never speaks. You know, every bit of Marika's words we know are either item descriptions or they come from Melina, right? One of her kids. And everybody has ideas about Marika. Like, you know, they all have these theories. And, you know, conjectures about what she was like, what her goals were, where she went wrong, right? But none of them are Marika. And none of them, like, know. And it's kind of wild how important she is to the story, and yet, you know. And I guess Gwyn was kind of like that in Dark Souls, right? But, like, you actually get to... Yeah, I guess, like... Yeah, you get to meet Gwyn, but he's just nothing by that point. And Radagon, I guess, is a similar boat. And it is nice that, like, you know, the game keeps you guessing and conjecturing and all that. So, have you played through the DLC yet, Sprited Dragon? So, I think what we saw in the trailer there was the thing that she pulls out, that golden thread, was Grace from one of the shamans that had been turned into a pot. Because the version of the pot innards that is in the DLC has gold in its item art. And I think she was using them to become a god so that she could avenge them. And then Messmer's whole crusade is, you know, taking vengeance for what was done to the shamans. And if you notice, the shaman village is also like right next to one of the finger ruins. And I think that's important. I think that's a very relevant detail. Because, you know, Ymir makes the point that Marika was kind of doomed from the beginning because she was following the guidance of the fingers. And the fingers were all doomed, regardless of what they wanted, because they were following Meteor's guidance, and Meteor was broken. She was incapable of actually getting guidance from the Greater Well. There we go. I think it just did not want to break. Trying to think if there's like any significance to where the other finger ruin is. I don't think so though. Like, I'm kind of wondering what set the horn scent people on the path of using the shamans as, you know, as jars. Like, what was going on there? Because that's a very specific thing, right? Because, yeah, I was going to wonder for a moment of, like, did the fingers set them on that path? And then maybe was them guiding Marika a way of atoning for that? Like, oh no, that wasn't what the Greater Will intended. We fucked up. Quick, do something to fix this. Yeah, like, it really just makes you wonder. And then, like, was Marika involved in what happened to Godwin? Did she sanction that? Was that her plan? Or was what happened to Godwin what set her off? You know, did that kind of make her realize the whole system was bad? And, like, you know, the fact that all of her children, except for Godwin, were cursed in some way.
Fine. You have
Well, I guess
As much. No.
I guess the children with Renala weren't cursed, which is interesting. Were they not cursed because... Yeah, there's Fortisax's lightning spear. I needed that. Like, were they not cursed because Radagon was separate from America at the time? Is that what the key was? Or was it the fact that, you know, she's only cursed if she's having children as America? And it doesn't matter whether Radagon was with her or not with her, like, you know. As long as it's Radagon who's doing the parenting. It's fascinating. Like, it makes you wonder. Let's see. Let's go make friends with Ronnie, maybe? Yeah. I don't know, it's interesting because, like, so Elden Ring and the Souls games and all that, their lore is kind of set up the way that they are, because Miyazaki's talked about this in articles, right? Is he wants to evoke the feeling he had as a child reading stuff like Lord of the Rings and whatnot, while also learning English, and like trying to piece together what everything meant in an age without really the internet to go look things up easily, right? And so you had to try to kind of parse, what did somebody mean? What did these things mean? You know, what was this a reference to? And so the games are kind of set up to mimic that sort of feeling. And that's kind of an interesting thing. And it works. Like, it's a compelling storytelling decision. And I was talking with my friend Ivo, who does video game writing, has worked on projects that you have heard and probably played. And we were talking about FromSoft's like approach to storytelling and how they're really clever about a lot of things.
You claim that what?
And
You're into my doubt. The words of the truly. I believe
there's a lot of like
that's the-
attention to detail in that.
Oh,
Because, like, you know, you could just very roughly sketch out a world, right? And then let the player fill things in. And that is somewhat what FromSoft does, right? But there's so many little hints, little tantalizing clues that are just stuffed away for people willing to seek them out. Like, the artwork used for items is important. The just item descriptions themselves are important. The murals on the walls of places are important. Like, even that statue, that's not just a placeholder asset. That statue could mean something. Tarnished Archaeologist has made, like, a whole career out of, you know, applying archaeological concepts to Elden Ring. And being like, okay, there's, like, you know, what does this tell us? What do these murals tell us? You know, they drew this inspiration or that inspiration from real world stuff, and what does that signify in this setting? It's cool. But it is definitely frustrating if you're the type who's like, I just want to know the answer. Just tell me what this meant. Because ultimately, we will never know what Marika intended or what her motivations were or, like, the answer to everything. She will remain a black box forever. Yeah, I think RuneQuest is one of the other things. All I could remember was Lord of the Rings for some reason, but, like, it was definitely a lot of, like, Western fantasy stuff. Now, I am curious if they will make a sequel to Elden Ring. Because, you know, the sequels to Dark Souls definitely explored out what God or what Gwyn meant. and then like the system and constraints that Gwyn was working with. And Gwyn kind of remains... He's not really a black box the way that America is, because Gwyn ultimately has a much more readily understandable motivation. He wanted his Age of Fire to last forever. And to some degree, America isn't too dissimilar, because she clearly feared death. She clearly feared... And now we have the DLC, we know that, you know, she feared the massacre for people and the way she lost everyone. And that informed her terror of death. But then ultimately, something must have changed, because, you know, she charged, what's his name, the Smith, with creating a weapon that could kill a god, and there was no god but her at the time. Like, Mikola, maybe? But, like, why would she want to kill Mikola, if she's the one who put him on the path to godhood anyway? Like, Mikola struck me as the most like Marika of all of her children. And I think she wanted him to follow her path, but not make specific mistakes that she made, and see if that could, you know, restore things or fix things. And then ultimately, I think Mikola drew the wrong lessons, in part because of his curse, and so he was kind of doomed to failure. I saw somebody make a really brilliant insight the other day on Twitter, I think it was. Because, you know, Mikola's cursed with eternal childhood, right? He's the eternal boy who will never be a man. And there's a lot to unpack there, right? But somebody mentioned that, what if his curse is always to be stuck in adolescence or in that state of beginning things? What if that is the element of his curse? It's not just that he, you know, looks young or is youthful, right? It's he always starts things that will never come to fruition. The eclipse will never happen. The Halig tree can never be complete. You know, even his world of compassion is doomed to failure. And the only reason I think he's able to attain godhood in the first place is he did cast aside everything. But, you know, even that's kind of doomed because of the way he went about it. Like, the very thing that let him finish that particular goal is also kind of what makes him doomed in the end. It's compelling. It's fascinating. I don't know why I keep trying to mount Torrent in the Carrion Manor. I should remember that you can't. God, I was also reading a thread on Reddit this morning where somebody's all like, you know, I feel bad for Morgoth. He was the only, like, good demigod, and he tried so hard. And it's like, oh, buddy, Morgoth's the worst of them all. Morgoth is the guy who he's a quisling. He's complicit in his own oppression. Because, like, he looks at the system that condemns him and all of the other omens and literally tosses them into sewers to die. And he's like, yeah, that's the order I want to defend. And that's the order I want to defend to the degree that it basically makes a peaceful resolution or any resolution really impossible. Yeah, let's do that. He's that guy. He's a log cabin Republican is what he is. Well, you know, change is scary, right? And so there's always going to be people who are committed to upholding the status quo, no matter how horrible the status quo is. Because it's familiar, at least. You know, it's comforting in that way. Yeah. That's definitely one of the themes that Miyazaki's playing around with. There's a lot of themes. You know, I was a little surprised that one of the themes of the DLC was basically transition. Because not doing so is a bad idea. So, this is why Ronnie's ending is the good ending, in my opinion. I don't think this is something that the game textually tells you is outright the right choice. I think it leaves it up to you to decide what endings are good. And I think that the endings are good in a sense, starting from Ronnie's to the Those Who Live in Death ending. And then, you know, the worst endings are the Dung Eaters, and then also Gold Mask. Gold Mask's ending is actually low-key horrifying. Because Gold Mask's whole deal is he thinks that free will is basically a problem in the Golden Order. He thinks that the gods themselves having any willpower at all is a problem, because it leaves the Divine Order open to being corrupted by, you know, choices. And so I think his order, his mending rune, would condemn everybody to stasis. The Dung Eater is horrible because, you know, he curses everybody. He makes everybody's life worse. He's just the worst. And then I think that Those Who Live in Death is about coming to terms with death. And I think that that is a healthier option than most of the other options. I do think that, you know, then you have to contend with the undead, but it's not like the undead are inherently necessarily a bad thing. They're just different. So I think that that is not a bad ending. I think Ronnie's ending is the best one, though, because she acknowledges the problems that are inherent with the Order, and she tackles the root cause. Which, if we believe Ymir, which I think we should, Ymir seems to be the most informed of a lot of the characters. I think that the problem is the guidance of the fingers and reliance on the greater will. And I think Ronnie avoiding that and taking everything to the heavens themselves is a smart move. Now, her ending is uncertain. Like, it's a good ending in the sense that it does try to tackle the problems that are going on. However, it is not an ending that assures a good future. It is exactly, like, it is an ending that decides to take the risk that the future could be worse, actually. In the hopes that it could be better. Okay, that was rude. Hey, hey, hey! So, I don't know that that's necessarily true. I think that that is the position that people are taking, but I think now with the DLC's additional context, I think that that's not quite the answer. Because the moon is an outer god. She is still being influenced by or in cahoots with an outer god. And I think a lot of people forget that. One second here. Sorry, I was getting pinged by things. So the outer gods are all of the gods that are not Marika and are not the Greater Will. Well, unless the Greater Will itself is an outer god. That is a position I think is supported potentially. But basically it's all of these entities and deities that have influence over the lands between, right? You have the Greater Will. You have the Formless Mother, which is, you know, Mog's goddess. You've got the goddess Vrot.
I have no reason in particular, thou claimest.
Hello, wife.
Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered
You have the
thee
moon.
this encounter.
What else?
Wilt thou enter into my service?
There was at least a couple others. Oh, there's the Abyssal Serpent might be an outer god.
I stole death.
The Flame Giant's god was, the Fell god was definitely an outer god.
That I might one day upend the whole of
It's a
it
good hat.
and rid the world of all that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest? I see.
So yeah,
Well made.
Ronnie's choice is the choice to clear the foundations away and build something new.
But I require as much of those under my command.
And building something new is always
I
terrifying.
anticipate good work from thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is in my service a half-woven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth.
You know, it's funny. I believe that Celavis is only kept around because Ronnie plans to kill him and wants him within easy reach to do so. Like, she's basically waiting until he makes a move so that she can make a move. And I think it's noteworthy that, you know, when she tells you to give her love to characters, it's to Blythe and to E.G., but not to Celavis.
Oh, then you must be the one. Lady Rani has explained everything. The pleasure is mine. I am E.G., the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Rani's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can and pray for your success. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Rani.
God, I miss Bloodborne.
I heard about you.
If I could get my hands on a PlayStation 5, I want to do my FromSoft retrospective, and I was talking about this in Discord. I think it might be cool to do a Moonlight Greatsword build in every game, and I think Bloodborne would be my favorite of that run.
Lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below through the well. See if I can't. Don't keep me waiting.
I see. You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Celavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
Mm-hmm.
I reside in... Come and pay me should you wish. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time. But who am I?
Yeah, fuck off, Celibus. Nobody likes you. You're a creep. Alright, we talked to Ronnie to finish the bit so we can leave the tower.
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall, and it will be. I have high look.
Alright. Let's go fight the magma drake. I still don't know what's up with these big egg-shaped things. They're so strange. I wonder if they're maybe meant to reference some kind of sea life, because there's a lot of, like, weird oceanic references in the Lands Between. I was watching Zuli the Witch just put up a new video about the little gummy worm looking guys in the DLC and how that they're a reference to a type of eel. And that adds yet another, you know, ocean reference to things. And it's like, yeah, no, there's a lot. Which is also unsurprising because, you know, there's a long history of ocean themes in these games, especially Bloodborne. Bloodborne had a lot of ocean and water themes, which also makes sense because FromSoft is obsessed with the moon. Is FromSoft, in the form of, you know, the themes that they explore in their games, a lesbian? Discuss. Greatest forum thread in the history of the forum. Locked after 80 bajillion responses. Is true. I've still got a single dragon fruit left from the pack that I bought. I should have that a little bit later today. Moon's important. Moon is also, like, fascinating on a lot of different thematic levels. You can do a lot of things with the moon. Yeah. The moon is gay and trans. Confirmed. There was a cute thread on the Bloodborne Reddit the other day where it was a girl who hadn't played Bloodborne, and she was like, my boyfriend changed my contact name in his phone to my guiding moonlight, and I don't know what that means. What does that mean? And everyone was like, oh, that's really sweet, actually. Because it was. It's a sweet thing. And she was quite pleased when she found out what it meant. I was like, that's so cute. I am a sucker for things like that. If you talk to start like flirting with me in that kind of like sense, right? Like, you know, you get all like poetic about it. It's over. It's over for me. Doomed. So, guiding moonlight is a phrase that Ludwig the Accursed uses in Bloodborne, and it's him specifically talking about the Moonlight Greatsword and how it's guided him. And so, you know, it's meant to be this, you know, light that pulls you onwards and guides you on your true path. I was like, that's a sweet thing to say about your partner. Also, Abby, I see you there. I see you writing your little notes. And yes, that was one of the reasons I really enjoyed Talia's book. Just the like over-the-top romanticism of it all. Cause like, yeah, as a kid, as a teenager, I was obsessed with like Arthurian lore and stuff like that. I love knights, I love chivalry, I love endless decorations of love. I like, you know, I like the idea of love that just, you know, makes you say absurd things, absurdly beautiful things. Yes, thank you. I was gonna try to say it, and now I realized I have no actual idea how I'm supposed to say that. Like, I have an idea, I can sound it out. Dulhania? Dulhania. Dulhania. Is that how you say it? Dulhania. Okay. Okay. It's not so bad. I think that's one of those type of words that if you try to like just stare at it and then say it, you'll fuck up a bit. And then if you just try to sound it out, it's not too bad. I kind of want to do, now I love the Death Knight set, and I kind of want to do a Dragon Cult run. I specifically want to take the face data from Zuli's video for the Dragon Priestess and use that as the basis of a character, and then like basically roleplay as a one of the Dragon Priestesses. I find it interesting that the DLC gave us a connection between the Ancient Dragon Cult and the Dragon Communion. That makes sense. God, one of the things that's tripping me up about learning Thai is that there is no standardization for writing Thai out in Roman letters, right? Or Latin letters. And so, like, everybody just kind of comes up with their own spelling whenever they like. Oh, why not the last boss? I think you definitely do a Death Knight build for the last boss. I feel like the Halberd would be the better choice there. But no, that's absolutely doable. That's fair. Also, yeah, Abby, that makes sense. I was like, how am I gonna beat the magma worm with all this fire damage? And then I realized, oh, I can just fucking ancient dragon's lightning strike. It's easy. Summon the only bitch I can trust. Me. Mostly because I hate how much health the magma worms have. And also they have annoying attack patterns. Of course, not a single one of those are going to hit because it's going to dash to the other side of this fucking screen. There we go, that's the damage. I was just kind of curious what that looked like if you have no FP. But yeah, Death Knight build would be sick though, because Death Knight's the incantations, the Ancient Dragon Cult incantations are all really fucking good. And they only got better with the DLC, because you could summon the Dragon Priestess as your Spear Dash. She buffs you up. The new Lightning Spear spell is so good. Because you have to understand, like, the Ancient Dragon Cult spells include all of the lightning spells, pretty much. And then you even have your choice between, like, because of the new Death Knight weapons, if you want to go that direction, like, you have a Dex and you have a Strength weapon. They're both really good. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, so the new buffing spell, the lightning one, that I think she gives you, she'll cast that. And then also she uses the Flower Stone Gavel, right? And that reduces lightning resistance on whatever you hit with it by like 20%. It's insane. Actually, that's the key. You don't even fucking use the Death Knight weapons. Use the Flower Stone Gavel. Or both, honestly, but... I just kind of wish the Flower Stone Gavel looked cooler. Alright, we've set foot on Altus. Is that enough for the Radon Festival yet? Because I always forget what triggers it. No, it's like flowers as in, I think I have it. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, so it reduces the target's lightning negation. It also does like 30% more damage to dragons and 15% more to ancient dragons. It's kind of nuts. Wait, why do I not have enough stats for it? Is it an arcane weapon? Okay, you need 15 arcane and it scales with arcane, so I think that's kind of the main thing that holds it back, but you just use the summon, right? And she uses it.
Into the fray together. Let's see what you're made of.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do fine, Blythe. It's only like I've killed Radon at least twice on this character.
Before we
I'll watch the
begin,
cutscene.
allow me to paint you the full picture. General Radon is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog. Howling at the sky. But now, we must make merry.
O gathering of champions, the revels begin. The celebration of war. The Radon Festival!
You will find the field of battle past the church ahead, upon the shore under the fort. General Radon is there, even now, divested of his wits, devouring corpses, and howling at the sky. You will find the General divested and howling.
There's a thought. I just realized I could do this run as the Messmer build, and then maybe I can make my New Game Plus run the Death Knight, because I missed out on getting the Dragon Priestess on this character, because I couldn't figure out how to give her the concoction. Because you have to give her the concoction and then defeat Bale, and you get her as a summon. Because she basically decides, hey, you fuck things up with my current lord, so, you know, he's turned his face from me. You're my new lord now, and I'm making you take me with you. Didn't even get to Meteor. Fuck off. Mightiest of the demigods can't do shit against me.
Ah, good. I was waiting for you. What a sick way to fight, eh? The glory of the clash is shared.
But yeah, I think the Death Knight set increases the lightning spell damage by like 10%. And then the Flowerstone Gavel is like another, I think, 20% when it's fully charged. So, you know, you're looking at 30... I don't know if the math actually works out that way, but like 30% more lightning damage on like some of the best damaging spells in the game.
Let's meet where the falling star bit the earth. We'll take our
Like, Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike is one of the best spells in the game on large targets. Like, it just melts things. Like, Bale was not a problem on this character because I just melted him. Okay, let's bounce over to Mount Gelmir, because I would like the Flame Scorpion Talisman, please and thank you. If we're going to be a toasty girl, we need the toasty talisman. How many times can I say toasty? Have some holy damage. Wait, does multi-layered Rings of Light kill the undead? Like, prevent them from getting back up? Oh, it does! Okay, that's kind of sick, actually. Yeah, well, I mean... There's a lot of things that you would think count as sacred that don't. I don't know why multi-layered Ring of Light would. Yeah, because it's separate from Golden Order fundamentalism. And usually all the stuff that permanently keeps the undead down are Golden Order fundamentalism stuff. IDK. Like, even the other Rings of Light spells, I don't think do it. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention this earlier. Like, kind of wild to me that the Dragon Communion cult is Placidus Axe's dragons being so pissed off at Baal that they've connived a whole bunch of warriors into eating Drake hearts to kill Baal. It kind of makes you wonder, how do the ancient dragons view magma worms then? Because the game seems to consider magma worms to be cursed. But, like, did the ancient dragons feel that way? Did they view the magma worms as just failed weapons that they aimed at Baal? Are they respected companions? Like, you know. Makes you wonder. Ow. Alright. That worked. Where did that sound come from? Yeah, buddy, you'll definitely survive. Alright. I don't think we need this, actually. Yeah, we don't lose that much. Still medium rolling. Alright, so here's a question for chat. Which ending do we go for on this new game cycle? This new game plus cycle, that is. Yeah, I went Ronnie last time on this character. I don't know that I've ever done Dung Eater either, so maybe we do that this run just because. Dung Eater, I hardly knew her. Bum 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 bum. Also, Sprite Dragon, I am either not recognizing your username or you are entirely new to chat. Do you follow me on like Patreon or Twitter or anything? Just kind of curious how you ended up here. Oh hell yeah! I'm glad you're tuning in. Well, seeing as you are new, you may not be aware of this, but streaming is something I do as a side thing. Oh, hell yeah. But I'm primarily an author, and I'm actually an author because of B. She's the one who bullied me into becoming a writer, and I write trans femme sci-fi fantasy books. So yeah, if you've got any kind of interest in that at all, I think I should have all that info in the description for the channel. Oh yeah, there are dragons who are trans and gay. Well, specifically, they're lesbians. I am so normal. I'm gonna make Mayor Pete look like a deranged and unhinged outcast of society. That's how normal I am about dragons. I can never remember how to say that guy's last name. Buttigieg? Buttigieg? I don't know. The guy who literally said he would take a pill to stop being gay on stage in front of his husband. That guy. Default World. I don't know that I know that one. Let me take a look at her Twitter real quick. Which one is Default World? Oh, I need to get into Naomi's books. I am bad about reading lately. I used to just burn through books like they were nothing, and lately I've had a hard time getting through any books. Never become a writer. You become a writer and you'll have such a hard time reading. It's fucked up. I used to hear that from so many authors, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm burning through, like, 16 books a week. I'll never stop reading. And then I start writing, and it's all like, ugh. Oh, wait. Whoops. I meant to do that. That was on purpose. This is a completely purposeful move. Y'all won't understand it. That was some 5D chess stuff right there. Yeah, understandable. I am currently making my way through Sundered Moon, which is Faerun's latest release. It's good. I need to finish reading it. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff that's on my list to read. In fact, maybe I'll do that tonight. Maybe I'll just kind of dedicate some time just to reading. Especially because I need to get back into the flow of writing my own books. And nothing is more important to a writer, I think, than reading. I've had people ask me, like, so how do you get into writing? Like, how do you write books? And, you know, like, what's the best tip you've got for new authors? And I'm like, well, one, I'm still a relatively new author myself, so it's weird that you're asking me this. But two, just go read books. Read a lot of books. Read books by, authors with varying levels of prose. Read books, on different genres. Read books across different age groups. And then don't just read. Engage with art. Engage with different media. Like, one of the biggest things that'll stifle anybody's creativity and make their work shallow is if you can tell that they only consume one type of media. Manga and anime only folks, you can tell when they write something. And it's not that those are bad things at all. It's just like, if you just read manga all day long and you read nothing else, especially, because let's be honest, a lot of the people doing this are like Battle Shonen only readers. All you can do is make Battle Shonen then, and you're going to make bad ones because you're just going to reproduce all the flaws of the industry with none of the creativity. You'll be like new Star Wars. AKA bad.
Welcome, dear customer. Welcome, valued customer. Come, trade in our wandering emporium. Please, buy something. I'm hungry.
Yeah, buy that. Well, because, like, Star Wars was interesting because it was George Lucas taking the things that he was really into and then doing something with it, right? Problem is, one of the things that he was into is very, very obviously Joseph Campbell's monomyth, which sucks. I fucking hate Campbell. But he was also into Kurosawa films. He was also, like, into films in general. Like, if you watch any documentary or anything that follows George Lucas, the guy just watches films all day long. Like, he loves films. And then he also likes space operas. There's like Flash Gordon stuff in there and all that, right? Like, the man was drawing from various inspirations. And then go look at any other creative that's made a mark on the industries, right? Like, fucking follow Hideo Kojima on Twitter, right? He's constantly tweeting about everything he watches and engages with, right? Like, I respect that guy on multiple levels for his passion for art. Like, say what you will about anything else about that guy, right? But, like, he just enjoys art, and he talks about it. And I think that's what you got to bring to the table when you want to be, when you're going to get into a creative field. You should have that kind of passion for stories if you're going to tell stories. Because otherwise, you get wrapped up in, like, you know, oh, I've got, like, the best concept ever. And then you don't realize that, like, okay, the concept is one thing. How you execute it matters so much more. And yeah, and I think you will execute that more if you care about the craft, you know? And to care about the craft, you have to have a good idea of what the craft is. Mistake. Oh, I forgot about that attack. I haven't seen that attack in so long. Worth it. Worth it. I don't know that I know the holdovers. Ah, damn it. So, like, the book that I'm currently working on is largely inspired by Final Fantasy X and kind of the Final Fantasy franchise as a whole. But it's also, like, a whole bunch of other things. Like, it's also got some Nier Automata in there. It's not the thing I wanted to summon, but alright. Oh wait, maybe I did want to summon that. I'm playing very sloppy right now. Okay, the fire actually does, like, just the first part of the Astral Ward does a lot of damage. So maybe we just don't try to do the whole string. God. Just can't do anything to Telu. It's really funny. And yeah, you should definitely finish Nier Automata. Yeah, I was gonna finish out a thought earlier. So Forged, which is the book I'm working on right now, full title is Forged in the Light of New Stars, is a far future sequel to my very first book, The Hatchling, and it's doing the Nier Automata thing where it's like 10,000 years later. And I'm doing some fun stuff with it. I'm 70,000 words into it, and I've posted it, but I'm going to be rewriting some of it because it's been a while since I worked on it, and I want to do some things better. But okay, I have to like look up how the Dung Eater's ending works if we're going to be doing the Dung Eater. Let's see. Okay. So there's one in the Volcano Manor. So I need 5 seedbed curses. So I think I know the one in the Halig tree. Seedbed curses. Okay, there's one in Round Table Holds, one in the Capital. From the Temple of Eagle. Okay. So there's 2 in the Halig tree. Got it. Okay. Then Volcano Manor time it is. Wait, why is it locked? Oh, right, I gotta get the key from Tanith.
We rarely risk fascinating. So, about the book, if you have, rise with a...
Yeah,
Your
sure.
decision is most welcome. Now you belong to the Volcano Manor family. The drawing room lies down the hall. Make yourself comfortable. I am Tanith, the proprietor. The drawing room is... Use the key.
Neat. Something else I'm doing with Forged, because I like talking about my books, so I'm gonna, is I don't like magical bloodlines in fantasy. I hate them, actually, because it then just becomes a eugenics excuse in most settings. Like, Bob the Archmage is powerful because, you know, both of his parents were fucking mages, or they banged, you know, fucking angel 20 generations ago or something. Yeah, no, I hate that shit. So, no magical bloodlines. And then also, no fantasy races. Because again, I feel like that literally just gets used for racism in pretty much everything. So instead, I have 2 magic systems in the book, one of which is anybody can learn it. It's a science, so you just have to kind of dedicate yourself to it, and everybody has a passing understanding of it. Like, you know, everybody knows how to read, right, in a literate society. In this society, being literate in alchemy, which is that type of magic, is, you know, commonplace. Even if you're not a practitioner, even if you're not a dedicated alchemist, you know, you could understand basic alchemy, you understand the principles of how it works, you know, and you could probably even do some basic alchemy. Or maybe you can fix an array that's gone wrong or something like that, right? You know, very basics. And then there is old magic. And old magic is dangerous to use unless it's under a very specific condition. And that condition means you have to be willing to use a catalyst on yourself, and that catalyst will change you in unexpected and unpredictable ways, to a degree. Because each catalyst has a character to it. Like, there's a dragon catalyst, there's a spider catalyst, you know, so on and so forth. And that catalyst will change you along those themes, but the exact nature of it can't be determined. Like, you don't know what you're going to get. Like, if you use a spider catalyst, are you going to end up like a Drider kind of style body? Or are you just going to have like some spider limbs that come out, or some extra eyes? It kind of varies from person to person. But doing that means that you can then safely use old magic, which is very intuitive and easy to grasp. Like, you use it as an extension of yourself. And then mages take it a step further, where they will have dominion or authority over specific concepts. And that concept is how they use their magic. There's certain things that they can all universally do, right? But also, like, when using magic related to their concept, that is when they're at their most powerful. So yeah, and then that concept can change and evolve over time to reflect them as they embody their concept more and more. So those are the two main systems there. Now, for the fantasy races, aesthetics, because, you know, everybody does want elf ears or, you know, fangs or tails or things like that, right? So I figured, why not just make it that's something that alchemy can do, and then just make extensive body modding to be a accepted and commonplace practice in society. You know, not any more extreme than getting your ears pierced. So I did that. And that's the direction I took with it. Has this ladder always been here? I don't know that I ever remember using this ladder. Huh. I don't know that I trust that fall. Actually, wait, we can test that. Where's my rainbow stones? Always forget where in the menu they are. That's too far. Alright. Oh, nope, that is survivable. Okay. Neat. Wait, can you do another round of it? Huh. Do I want to drop down there? Fuck it, we ball. Like how you can just run through lava. It's pretty great, actually. Wait, since when have there been pots down here? I don't know that I've ever been down in this area. God. Fucking wild. Oh, that's where you get the smoldering shield. Interesting. Wait. Huh. That's kind of neat. Can you change the Ash of War on it, I wonder? Because if you can put parry on there, might do that for fashion. Yeah, what do you know? Whole area I have never been to. Can I make that jump? I think there is a world in which I could have made that jump. But it was clearly not this one. I bet the item down there isn't even worth it. Whoa! Where did you all come from? It's like drop down and suddenly there's a fucking ton of enemies. Oh, god damn it. Oh, hey, I lived. So long, suckers. And now I'm kind of like trying to orient myself a little bit. And dead. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike is just too good. I don't even have everything that buffs it, and it's still too good. Wait, do I have the Lightning Scorpion Talisman? I have the Sacred one. Oh wait. I need to like find Grace somewhere near here. Oh wait, I can lower the bridge, that's right. That's not where I wanted to go. Yeah, imagine if I was using Ancient Dragon Lightning Spear with the Scorpion Charm and with the full Death Knight set. Secto. Make some sleep pots. Yeah, we're just gonna fight. I hate the rollout. Is he ever gonna stop rolling out? That's not what I meant to hit. Gotta love sleep pots, they're so good. Yeah, I don't think I did Zarias' questline last time through. Might go do that. I love how vulnerable the Godskins are to sleep, yeah? Eepy. Eepy babies.
Someone please kill him. That horrendous serpent. Praetor Rykard.
A pleasure to meet you, brave Tarnished. I am Raya, the Scout. Very pleased to welcome you to the Volcano Manor under Lady Tanith's guidance.
Best girl ever.
May you tread the path of valor. Brave Tarnished under Lady Tan.
Who are you, and what in heaven's name? The Volcano Manor is a pit of recusants who spit at grace and hunt our own kind. I hope you understand the weight of my words.
Well, as long as you understand what you're saying.
Oh, I forgot to mention, by the way, Forged is going to have one protagonist who ends up as a jellyfish girl, and the other protagonist is going to be a dragon girl. And it's T for T lesbians.
Think on that. This before you can...
Should be a pretty good book if I can ever finish it. Right? Don't see that every day.
Someone please. Here to put
Then please.
the one that
that I left the worthy the greats. Prayed they would have some spare.
She hasn't moved yet.
Brave Tarn under lead.
Do I gotta go do first quest, or do I gotta talk to her again?
Did you read the letter? That is the task. You will be compensated if you are loath to hunt, but you must leave this house. This is a war. We have no place for the meek, nor the luck. The letter is you will be compensated.
All right, let's go kill Isfon. He's easy peasy. Yeah, alright. God, it's a really good Ash of War. Bada bing, bada boom.
You've completed your task. I am pleased. This is your... Never forget. The way is it is the truth. Now you are a recusant true. I am pleased.
Have you ever any strange sounds here at the manor? Something beyond the walls? Like breathing or slithering scales? Oh, fie, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. I must be tired. Sometimes, like... Oh.
Aww. Baby, best girl. Precious, precious daughter. Precious snake daughter. Snotter. Wait, no. Nope, going back to the drawing board on that one.
Brave Tarnished, what is your business here? I'm afraid this is not a guest room. What's that peculiar look upon your face? Goodness, am I still a serpent? Oh, how dreadful. How dreadful indeed. Oh, forgive my distress. I ought to be thanking you for treating me as usual. Despite this appearance, Brave Tarnished, this is my true form. My real name is Zarias. Please forgive the deception. Do understand. This duplicity is my own doing. Lady Tanith speaks no falsehoods. And the Volcano Manor is just as it seems. Lady Tanith is my mother. I am told I was born by the grace of a glorious king, that my mother cherishes this form I inhabit. I am proud of what I am, but people are cruel. If they saw my true form, they wouldn't speak to me. And so I assume a guise when seeking new recruits. But you are not like the rest. My serpentine form and the name Zarias were secrets, known only to Lady Tanith and I. Now I share the secrets with you as well. Please keep them safe from anyone else. My serpentine were secret.
Now you are I am Lee. Did you see her? The girl, Raya, with her true face? Well, if she confided in you the name Zarias, then perhaps it is not my place to speak. But as her adoptive mother, I ask of you, please be kind to her. Look after young Zarias. Her true visage belies the purity of her heart. Honestly, I hardly deserve the sweet child.
She is such a sweetie.
My serpentine a secret. Now I share. Please keep them.
Forget what the next step is.
Now you I am Lee. Now I am Lee.
My serpent was secret. Now I share. Please keep them.
Oh, maybe I gotta pop out the other side. Was that enough to advance her quest? I always forget.
My serpent was secret. Now I share.
Do I gotta go? Do the second quest, maybe? Might as well. easy. Might as well get the grace for the Poison Manor area. Thank you. I don't think I'm going to be streaming for too much longer. We're about to hit the 3-hour mark, and I'm getting a little tired and could use some dinner myself. But thanks for hanging out. Hope to catch you on some future streams. It was nice to meet you.
Here is your... Now, back of the truly Erd, but it was all the tarnished were forced like the shard bearers. By our lord, indignant, has refused to scurry about, fighting over what miserly scraps they allow us. If the Erd tree, and indeed the very gods, would debase us so, then we are willing to raise the banner of resistance, even if it means heresy. We at the Volcano Manor, under Lord Rykard, if you follow this heroic path, the Lord's visit, it cannot come. If you follow this, it cannot...
Alright, we'll do one last talk with Zarias, and then I think we'll call the stream for now.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me. My mind never ceases to churn of late. Well, I know I can trust you. I saw something slithering in the pitch black of night. It entered the room next to this one and never came out. If I'm not mistaken, it took the form of a serpent, just like me. Does the Volcano Manor hide some secret that Lady Tanith has kept from me? I realize that I shouldn't impose, but if you discover anything, would you please share?
Hey, Crow.
Really? So there was
terrible timing. We're just wrapping up the stream.
Oh my. Lady Tanith, my own mother, has deceived me. Was I not born by the grace of a king? What is this? I remember this scent distinctly. Funny, isn't it? I am certain of it. I was born inside this. It's a part of my birth, Mother. You have my gratitude. Thanks to you, I am no longer afraid. I want to know how I was born and met Lady Tanith. One day, I hope to call her mother once again.
Aww.
This time from the bottom of my heart.
She's such a sweetie.
I want to know one day.
Alright, we're gonna call it there, but thank y'all for hanging out. It was a fun stream, and I will catch you all later. Take care.